Welcome to the Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun. And I don't know why that's the default.
I don't know either.
We're keep talking about that echo every single time. If I don't click it off, we're echoing with each other. The listeners can't hear it.
I know. I'm mad they can't hear it.
Well, we can hear it.
Yeah.
So hi, everybody.
Hi.
So we just recorded for anxiety, so now we have to be like, let's go back.
Yay.
Let's get back. Let's get back. We have to be all excited.
Clopen.
We were talking about low self-esteems in public, so go listen to that one. It's like 17 minutes. It's super quick, but it's just our thoughts on it. Because you're all amazing and you're all wonderful.
Do I have an ant in my hair?
Oh, my God.
Stop.
And we also have ants crawling. So I, again, have these carpenter ants. That's what you call them, right?
Yeah.
The black ones. We don't have the little ones in the house that we usually do. Every once in a while, we just look up at the divider for where we record, my wall, my computer, and there's a black ant crawling around.
It's the same one. It's stalking us.
It's the same one, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where it went now.
What was it? Saturday afternoon? I vacuumed all the corners. You ever do that where you just vacuum, corners, like 2 hours worth of running the vacuum, just making sure that there's no food or anything that they can do. And then we sprinkle a nice little barrier outside, but it's been raining so much that I'm sure I just wasted, $60 on that. But it doesn't kill the ants, I don't think. I think it just keeps the barrier around the house so that they don't come in.
Diamedicus earth or however you say it.
I don't know. I think it's got like peppermint in it, and it's one of those Dr. Somebody.
Yeah.
So it's we have a lot of puppies in the neighborhood, so we definitely try to make sure that it's safe for them too.
Yeah.
Like even I do weed and feed, but I let the neighbor know we're doing weed and feed.
Yeah.
Or if I do anything for like the pear, peach, cherry, apple trees, I let them know, but they are for bugs, and it just has like a peppermint oil in it. So if anyone went up and licked it, they'd be fine.
Right.
It's all natural, except for the weed and feed. So
yeah.
Anyways.
Anywho.
Drama. We got lots of ants around here.
How was your Memorial Day weekend?
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine was good. I'm tired. We hiked 22 miles around Lake Geneva on Monday.
I didn't even do that, and I'm tired.
And we got to see baby Venice.
Yeah, we did. I did have a house full this weekend, so I was tired.
What kind of food are you serving on a Memorial Day weekend?
I cooked brats, ribs, steak, chicken.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I cooked all that on Saturday. And then Sunday we ordered pizza.
Perfect. I was actually, I got home today and I was like a bottomless pit. I had a protein bar. I had some chips and dip. I had some macaroni and cheese. I made a baked potato with cheese and broccoli. I love that.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the baked potato smelled like a Band-Aid. I don't know what it was. Someone Google that for me. Drew, let me know what that means. So I cooked it. I usually bake them, but I microwaved it this time, so I took all the vitamins out of it. So the dinner was no good for me. But every time I lifted my fork to go eat it, I could smell the Band-Aid smell. The
like rubber,
rubber,
glue,
yes.
Yeah.
And I had a couple bites. I tried to eat the broccoli. I'm like, I can't do it.
Don't.
So then I just ended up picking on snacks all night.
You went
and now
back
I'm
to
just
your almond mom ways.
So now I feel gross.
What did I say I ate when I came home? I ate squeaky cheese, which if you ever got fresh cheese curds from Wisconsin, you know what squeaky cheese is. And I had some chips, and we had 2 Oreos left, so I had 2 Oreos.
I keep buying those wafers that are sugar-free just because if I want a cookie, at least but you look at the ingredients, and it says, I'm sugar-free, gluten-free, but then there's like 40,000 ingredients in there, so I know I should just eat sugar.
Yeah.
Like a spoonful of sugar, like Mary Poppins. It'd be better off. Jeez.
I know, it's really hard. The neighbor's been doing some like low carb stuff. And his girlfriend made him the cottage cheese flatbread. And it's like a cup of cottage cheese, I think it's like 2 eggs or 1 egg. You put it in a blender and then you pour it onto a sheet pan with some protection, and you put like whatever seasoning you want it. You bake it at 350, I think, for 40 minutes. And it turns into a flatbread that you can like make sandwiches with.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I bought cottage cheese because I want to try it.
Will you share the recipe with all of us, or is it just something? That was it?
Half a cup of cottage cheese.
2 eggs, one egg?
1 egg or 2 eggs. I can't remember. That would make a difference. A lot of people say they like egg whites, not the whole egg.
It'll keep it white.
Well,
clean looking,
otherwise
right?
it tastes too much like an omelet.
Oh, sure. I could see that.
It's too eggy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people use egg powder, like dehydrated eggs in it. So if you just Google it, like cottage cheese flatbread, it's all over the internet right now. There's a bunch of different ways to do it. But that looks so good, I want to try it.
Yeah.
Make some sandwiches with that.
So I called someone the other day and I said, I can't believe I'm going through this again. And this is actually from a couple weeks ago.
I'm so worried.
And I was like, why is this person such a bitch? I can't believe I'm going through this again. And they sent me a video, and it was that things are going to keep getting put in front of us until we react differently. So that I would like to talk about that. So I surprised you on anxiety, and I'm surprising you on Clopen too. So hear me out.
Okay.
Years ago, I think anxiety even I have an episode about it. I had someone that I just did not get along with. And I thought, it's got to be me.
Yeah.
It's got to be me. It's got to be me. No, it was that person.
Right.
But I went through all the training and I taught myself how to handle situations where I'm butting heads with people. Right. So I almost felt like it was happening again. And I thought to myself, I can't believe this is happening again. Like oh my gosh, I can't even start to describe how angry I was at this person years ago and how I just thought this person was lazy and, just micromanaging and any word you can think of that comes with working with someone in retail. You're going to keep getting the same situations until you take a different approach. So I'm trying.
Is that what's wrong with me? And nothing ever happens to them.
Nothing ever happens. All you ever do is hurt yourself.
Crazy, yeah.
My mind is, unfortunately, one of my kids is the same way. Our minds just go like so far into it, and it bothers us day and night. We lose sleep and stuff. So if you're having a coworker that you're having problems with, just think about the reason why they're in front of you right now. Is it because you keep reacting the same way?
Right.
Because they're not going to change. You always have to think to yourself, they're not going to change. They're not going to change. They're going to be the same person because they don't think they're doing anything wrong.
Right.
If you are noticing that you need to make a change, then make the change. You're the better person.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, okay, so it's weird that you brought that up without telling me about it, and then I had an interaction today. And it was nothing with me. It was somebody else.
Yeah.
But I was talking to one of these managers that I work with, and I said, oh, hey, how was your weekend? Did you get any time off? Did you get to celebrate, whatever? She goes, you know what? I had the weekend off, and I came back, and it wasn't even worth having the weekend off. She goes, I walked into a shit show. Everybody's talking shit about me because I took the weekend off. And I said, yeah, I remember those days when I used to manage 75 cashiers,
Mm-hmm.
And although there was a select few that I did consider friends, I said what it boiled down to was I realized none of these people are my fucking friends.
Right.
They will be friendly to me to my face, but as soon as I turn my back, they're like ready with their knife, And she goes, it's like, are you guys not trained? I'm getting my ass chewed out by the store director because the whole weekend went to hell. Nobody did anything they were supposed to do. I go, well, you got like 2 options. You keep babying them like you're doing, obviously, picking up their slack, not making them complete their job, or you start from the beginning again. And you go, okay, we're starting at square one with basic training on what your job entails. We're doing checklists. She goes, I've tried to do that. And they tell me, I don't need this. I know how to do my job. Well, clearly you don't.
Yeah.
Clearly you do not how to do your job unless I'm here to guide you. And we're not doing that. So I hope I made her feel better.
I'm sure. It was nice that you gave her some ideas.
I don't know if I made it worse or better.
When the cat's away, the mice will play.
Oh, yeah.
And they do.
Yeah.
There are people that say, oh, well, she's not here. She can worry about it Tuesday.
Right.
She's the one that took the weekend off. Not my job.
Right.
You know, how many times have we heard that?
Oh, God, I
Not my
hate
pay
that.
grade. Not my job. Are you kidding me? I'm not cleaning that.
Well, you know, and they even have, like, at the stores we work at, they have a manager of the department, and then they have a level 4.
Oh, okay.
And the level 4 is supposed to take care of shit while the manager's gone.
Right.
So, like, that'd be the first person I went to. Like, what the hell happened over the weekend?
Right.
Why is nothing done? Why is my floor completely empty of any product?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? You know?
But as a manager, I'm sure she took it to heart.
Yeah.
And just tried to clean it up herself and didn't, you know. It's tough. It's tough.
They've been moving a lot of managers around.
I was just going to say that.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I know some of her friends have been shifted to other stores. I'm sure she's feeling the pressure of that too. Not having somebody equal to you that you can talk to, you know.
As a manager, let's remind everyone to train everyone the way you would do it. Don't be afraid that anyone's going to take your job. I feel like, so maybe this is years ago now because COVID changed everything, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like managers were always afraid to share what they know with people.
Right.
And so when they would have a day off, nothing would get done. They'd come back and they're the heroes, right?
Yeah.
Now I feel like you're allowed to have a day off.
It's just my hair.
Oh, no ants climbing. She looked over like, oh no. Though we have the window open, so maybe.
But I do think that people think that they're invaluable, and it's like you should always be looking to move up. You should always be training your replacement. You should always be
training your replacement.
There should always be somebody there that knows how to run that department. What if you got into a car accident and then they're screwed?
I absolutely.
My cord was touching my chest.
She's all. We see one ant and now she's freaking out. But it's true.
Yeah.
And not even to train your replacement, just to replace him on your day off.
Right.
If you love your department, you don't want to go anywhere. Yeah. Just train every single person.
Well, my thought is I'm training my replacement because I'm moving up.
Well, yeah, right.
You know?
Right, true.
So
that's true. And we should all think that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get stuck, right, year over year at the same place or being the same manager, but that's okay. That means you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep you there, you know.
Yeah.
I think I'm someone that shares too much. I don't know about your management style, but if someone calls me and says, hey, about this whatever, right, this salad dressing, I will go into a 5-minute story of why we have the salad dressing, why it's so important, why. And I don't know. I feel like I put a personality to it. Like, what's that movie about the hot dogs or whatever? What's that?
Yeah. What is that?
Like,
movie?
I have emotion to items. Is that weird? I'm not going to marry them. I'm not one of those kind of people.
I don't think so. You're passionate.
Yes, I'm passionate towards that item. Like, yes, we want it to just shine. So go ahead and take a spotlight and shine it on there. Make sure it has a tag. And I get way too in the weeds about it. But then I also feel like the more that people know, the more they understand. Like, I'll drop names. I'll say, well, I talked to this person. And even in stores, hey, I just had a conversation with so-and-so. This is what we're doing. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, if I need to name drop, I will.
I just naturally do it.
I have found, okay, so we're talking about salad dressing, right? Mm-hmm. Because we rep a pretty big brand of salad dressing.
Yeah.
Every time you walk into that store, that salad dressing is a mess.
It's a fast mover. Yep.
So I walk in, I say hi to everybody. I walk over to the salad dressing. I start moving it around, getting it organized, checking the dates. They don't fucking come near me. They're just like, sweet, we don't want to do that. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Every single time you go in. These kids, I'm like, granted, I know there's many people out there that can't read, but I'm thinking, like, if you can't read, you're probably not going to get a job where you got to read. Right? You know? Right. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Do you mean
about
like
that.
Tags, SKUs, UPCs?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Because they just throw the shit on the shelf. They do not care.
Yeah.
They do not care. They just shove it in the front. They move the old shit to the back. Like they. It is such a mess all the time. I get so frustrated. I can't tell you how many whole 4-foot sets I've redone because the whole thing is just a mess.
Yeah.
When really I should only be touching like 3 shelves of it. You know.
Well, and can we also mention that there's like 400 SKUs in a 4-foot section?
Yeah.
So you see raspberry pomegranate, raspberry with vinegar, raspberry with your mama,
with
raspberry
pecans,
with
walnuts.
Yeah.
Which one is
your
which?
brother's raspberry, your mom's raspberry. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, oh my. And then you're trying to find the tags and look at the look at the numbers, the
I
UPCs
look at the
you want.
UPC,
But then if the tags aren't there,
right.
and you're supposed to be following a plan,
Right.
you know, and then you only have, 10 minutes to do it because you have the
Never
whole rest
happens.
of the floor. You have the whole rest of the floor
I'm
to
like,
stock.
well, this is my project for this week.
And you're a part-timer that works from 5 to 10. It's like, oh my, we get it. We get it.
Yeah.
We get it.
Yeah, but don't do it anymore. Okay?
The one thing I remember, Shannon, she's one of our number one fans, right? Hi, Shannon.
OG fan.
Can we also say hi to Gail? She listens
Gail.
to and from work every day, she said.
Very nice.
Yeah, so hi, Gail.
Hi,
Thanks.
Gail.
Yes. I remember Shannon always saying, train them how you do it.
Yeah.
Train them. Here, I'm going to bring you into the freezer. I'm going to show you how I do inventory. This is before we had all technical stuff. You know, we would write stuff down.
Right.
She would get right in there and do it right next to the person and then expect them to do it the same way that she showed them.
Right.
Or same goal, right?
You can tell who blind orders and who doesn't.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You will walk into a freezer and there's just shit everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this manager never walks into this freezer.
No, and you have to.
She just tells the employees, go unload, go get this stuff,
Yep.
gives them a list,
Yep.
and they don't give a shit,
Yep.
you know? Yeah. And then why would you do that? Because it makes it so much harder during inventory,
Oh, I know.
right?
Yes,
You know?
it does. Makes it so much harder on yourself.
All the fresh departments, as we know from Shannon, they have to do inventory once a month.
Oh my gosh.
So
I
why
feel like
wouldn't
she
you-
does it way more than once a month. Whenever
maybe
I get
she
the
does.
snap at midnight from her, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it's inventory. I feel like it's every week.
Yeah, or she'll snap me at like 6:30 at night and be like, "Going to bed, got inventory tonight." I'm like,
2 hours of
"Sweet
sleep.
dreams."
Let's go. Gosh.
I don't know how she does it.
I
I
don't
tell her
know
all the
either.
time. I'm like, "You're amazing. I don't know
Yeah.
how you do it."
Yeah.
But yeah, why would you make that such a big project for yourself? You know,
Right. Do the work so that
Yeah.
it's easier for you later.
even at the gas station, I had inventory once a year.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, and I
Mm-hmm.
had decent employees that would help me keep organized.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, I don't know. Why would you do that to yourself? Just make more work for yourself.
I notice now that with new hires, maybe they don't have the 2 weeks to spend with their managers or the manager trains someone, but that person hasn't been in a couple weeks, so then they're asked to train someone.
Yeah.
And so I'm noticing that there's just like markdowns everywhere.
Chaos.
So, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
chaos,
Yeah.
right? Or like you said, things are in the wrong spot. I'm thinking
Yeah.
of the bakery right now. I walked
Yeah.
into a bakery, not one of our stores. I was doing like a comp check, and I walked in. They had all this reduced on like 3 racks for
Yeah.
Memorial Day. Again, they must have just made way too much,
Yeah.
or don't know the story. Maybe for some reason the store just wasn't as busy as they
Yeah.
thought. But then I also heard the manager maybe saying to someone, I can't believe they marked all this stuff down. This one still has 3 more days. This one has 4 days. What are they doing to me? You know, because that's all the stores own the
Yes.
shrink, I believe, at this
Yes.
store. And so you could just hear the conversation. I was just like, oh man.
Yeah.
And you know those speed racks that they have? It was like
Right.
3 of them.
That's terrible.
All like, we baked too much or whatever, and they were all marked down. And I was looking at some of the dates too, and she was right, 3, 4, 5 days out. What are you
Yeah.
doing? Put them out.
Yeah.
Someone will buy them.
Yeah.
If it's still 5 days out on
Right.
what's today? Wednesday we're recording. You're getting it through the weekend
Through the
still.
weekend,
Get
yeah.
those sales.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was just someone that just wasn't sure, or just, didn't know what to do,
They
or
were in
misunderstood.
autos.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Maybe it had only been there for a couple weeks. Who knows?
I know it kills me. Like we have some convenience items, and the program they use where we work, it will tell them, go to this product, mark down 4 of them, right?
Yes.
As long as their
yes.
inventory is correct, the machine basically tells you what to mark down when. Well, they won't look at the dates. They'll just grab the first 4 and mark down 4 of them.
Oh.
So now you have old dates, and then you have newer dates with markdowns. Like, oh, come on.
It almost reminds me of how you told us about Hobby Lobby.
Oh, yeah.
Depends on when they get the shipment in. The
Right.
prices could all be
Right.
different.
Yeah.
So maybe grocery and fresh side, they're just trying to do the
Yeah.
same thing as Hobby
Yeah.
Lobby.
We'll just put that one at the back. It's a freebie this week.
So I have this new car, this new SUV
Yeah.
that is all automatic, everything. I don't know.
Does it drive for you?
It absolutely drives for me
Really?
too. So I stuffed my trunk with a whole bunch of different things today because I had to go up to Nina. And I'm hitting the button and it's closing and it's hitting one of the boxes.
Oh, God.
It's going back up. So I'm like, and so I try to pull it down and I'm like, oh, it doesn't do it.
It doesn't let you.
Yeah, it
Right.
almost felt like I was pulling on a garage door that was still plugged in. You know how when you lose your power, sometimes you can pull the handle. So I'm pulling down. I'm like, oh no, what am I gonna do? And I was stuffed. I couldn't do anything else. I tried to move a box around, and it was not working. So I'd hit the button and I'd run, thinking it was me. And then I'm thinking, what are people thinking, looking at the parking lot, watching me in the parking lot? I hit the button. I walk away to the right, and then I'm like, it popped back up, and then I hit the button. I walk away to the left, and I'm like, and then I move some boxes around.
I probably like hit the button, wait for it to get close, and then just slam it.
So that's exactly what I did. Yep. It was like beep, beep, beep. So who knows if I broke it?
That's what I would do.
I actually have to take my car to the dealership on Friday because if I hit the brake lights, you can see condensation in the lights on the left side.
You know what? By the time you take it there, they're going to say, we don't see any condensation.
Oh, I took a picture of it to show them. They need to replace all that. It means I have a leak somewhere.
Yeah.
And there's a beautiful large sunroof.
Yeah.
It goes all the way to the back.
Just trade that bitch in and get something else.
You know what? That's what I told Steve. I said, you know what? If they have to give me aftermarket,
yeah,
a whole new back, that only has 6,000 miles on it. You better give me a new car.
Yeah.
I want a new car that doesn't leak.
Yeah.
Because that's just problems, right?
Johnny had that with his F-150. He took it in and he goes, well, I keep getting condensation in the tail light.
Yeah.
And they go, well, we don't see anything. And they wouldn't do anything about it. Yeah.
No, it's definitely there. I'll show you when we're done here. Yeah. But I was thinking to myself, I called Fernando. He's amazing. Go see him at Gregory Hyundai. I just adore him. He's been there for, I don't even know how long, 17 years or something. And I walked in and I said, this is what I want. And he goes, all right, I'll pull one around. That's the one I bought.
Yeah.
But I called him and I said, I got condensation in my brake lights. He goes, bring it in. I'll walk you right over to service. We'll figure it out. But then I told him, don't give me any I don't want any aftermarket. Like if you have to put a whole new back on or a whole new window, we got to figure something else out.
Yeah.
There should be something under warranty that says I can just get a new car. But everyone's laughing at me right now. That's not going to happen. But I don't know.
Frustrating.
It is a little frustrating. And I'm a little sad because I just love it. It's probably, for me, the nicest car I ever bought, and I'm really enjoying it. But then I'm like, shoot, is it
nice car? You've always had nice
cars.
cars.
I just feel like this was like my treat to myself because I didn't have. So I was paying car payments. And they're all paid off now. So you
were paying for a Mercedes or like a I don't even know. You were paying for something expensive, and you were driving a little
red city car. And so all the payments are gone. So I was like, I'm going to treat myself. And, I buy the salesperson. And so whatever he was selling, I was like, give me the best one. And that was it. But now I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'm sad. I don't want it to be
It'll be okay.
Yeah,
it'll be okay.
Right.
That shouldn't be a big problem. It might even just be like a small hairline crack in your plastic piece.
Yes. Yes.
So
I do feel like you can kind of push a little. So hopefully not. So I'm gonna end with this. Is it only 23 minutes?
Oh, no.
Well, that's all right. We can go fast.
No.
I'm going to end with this because Drew listens every week.
Hi, Drew.
And we were talking about feet fetishes.
Ew.
And he's a student for psychology, psychiatry.
God, I thought
sorry
you were
that I don't know the difference.
I thought you were going to tell me, and he is
we all
super into feet.
He is super smart, is what we'll say, and he's doing all of this amazingness. And I just can't wait to call him Dr. Drew. He said that, and I'm going to say this completely wrong and a lot shorter than how he explained it to me, but in your brain, you have your, different...
Your left and your right,
whatever,
and your front and your back.
Your thought process or something like that is close to what you think about feet. He's laughing at me right now. I'm sure that was a horrible explanation.
I'm not sure I understand.
But somehow your neurons or your brain or whatever is next to what you think, and it's next to what your feet are.
What your feet fetish level is.
So that's why sometimes people have feet fetishes. So bang your head up against the wall and split those neurons apart so that you don't have feet fetishes.
See, I heard something a long time ago.
Terrible explanation.
That there's a lot of men that have feet fetish because of their mothers. right?
Oh, God.
You're close to the ground when you're little. And maybe you watched your mom put pantyhose on, or you would watch her paint her toenails or something like that. Yep.
No.
You freaking weirdos.
No.
Yeah, Mom, thanks.
I think Drew, I'm going to go with your explanation. He Snapchatted me. Yeah. I wish I would have kept it so that I could actually just have him say it on our... But that's something like that where it's together.
Well, you know what? He's just going to have to come back and we're going to have to talk about it. Oh,
absolutely. Well, I believe he is going to Germany, or he's going out, to a fabulous...
Cool.
So he's going to have to come on and tell us all about it.
Cool. Make sure you download a couple episodes so you can listen to them on
I'm
the
sorry
plane.
that I don't know the different things about the brain and that I don't remember where you're going on vacation, but I truly am a really good friend and think about you often. Okay. I just don't listen very well.
Sometimes our feet are trampling our brain and we can't pay attention.
I'm going to say that to people in the stores now. Are your feet trampling your brain? Look.
Stop!
Another ant!
It's the same one. Get out of here, ant. I would smash it, but I don't have anything to smash it with.
Oh, God, I got to vacuum my whole basement again. I swear it's the same one.
So you know what?
It's just the same one trying to find its home.
It is. You know what palmetto bugs are?
Yeah.
In Florida.
Yeah.
They're flying cockroaches, right? Not gross cockroaches like the ghetto has,
no, they definitely are.
But my great-grandma... you missed your mouth a little there. My great-grandma used to grab those with her bare hands and just squish them.
Oh, ew.
Yeah.
So we have cicadas. I can't believe we didn't even mention that.
It's back again.
And our 22 miles were all about smashing them, not on purpose, but they were just everywhere. You couldn't help but crunch on them when you were walking.
Well, Nikki's been eating the shit out of them.
Oh, we saw Katie over the weekend, your neighbor Katie.
Oh, yeah.
And she said that the birds are not touching the bird food.
Because they're
bird
eating
seed.
the shit
because they're
out
eating
of the cicadas.
Yes, because she's got so many by her trees.
She said they're living large.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I got a big old fat dove back here that I'm sure is eating.
Yeah.
Although I haven't seen too many cicadas, but that's good. We have a lot of birds. Maybe they're eating them all. We don't even see them. So
they're so gross.
But anyways.
Whatever. Circle of life.
All right. So lesson of the day. If you are in the same situation with a coworker that's driving you crazy, or it could be a different person, maybe it's your reaction to it. Yeah. Learn from it. Yeah. Ignore it. Right?
Insanity. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Yes. So it's such a great. I just really wanted to emphasize that because it really helped me.
Okay.
All right.
Is that it?
Bye, everyone. And bye, ants. Oh, my gosh. I see him. Look at him.
Get out of here, ant.
Up and down and up and down. Yikes.
We're going to feed him to the cicada.
All right. Bye. Talk to you next week.